else it looks like. And I'm sure that you're all ready to laugh, which is good news because I'm pretty funny. Looking! Ha! Okay. See, the first time I went in to see a psychiatrist, I told him, "Doctor, I am so depressed and lonely. No one will talk to me. Everyone just runs away because I'm so funny looking. Can you help me?" And he says, "Sure I can. Just come over to this couch and lie face down." Okay, problem solved. So, a few weeks later, I call him back up because I'm really worried about my daughter, right? And so he tells me to stop stressing out so much, and he puts me on tranquilizers. I go back in to see him a couple of weeks later, and I tell him that I'm feeling much better, much calmer. And he says, "How's your daughter?" And I say, "Who cares?" Two guys walk into a bar and... Ronald Reagan hates your ugly mother! That joke wasn't very funny. I never get to the punchline anyway. A 2017 study in the scientific journal Biological Psychiatry found that people with Tourette syndrome are over 4 times more likely to commit suicide. Dr. Don Crystal explains, "The medical risks of tic spectrum disorders have been downplayed in the media, where individuals with tics may be portrayed in humorous ways. However, ignoring the real stories of people with Tourette's is no laughing matter. As someone with Tourette's, I have to constantly face the many misconceptions and stigmas surrounding my behavior. Because of my tics, everything else about me is overlooked, making me feel like a comedy routine rather than a human being. It is time we stop dehumanizing people because of their differences, and instead acknowledge the humanity contained within us all." Ronald Reagan Hates Your Ugly Mother by Carl Sasoon. With Tourette's, the tics just come out of nowhere, anytime, any place, anywhere, with anyone. They say that as many as 3% of the world's population may have Tourette's, which I find really strange. I feel like I've met a lot of people, but let me tell you, that 3%, they must all be hiding or something. I feel like I don't even have to plan a whole evening of jokes because I can be really funny without even trying. People don't really understand Tourette syndrome. That's the problem. Your body freaks out and does weird crap all the time. And? Wait for it. There's no cure. Nice! Really? Nice. You spend your life trying to control this. You just can't run fast enough to get out in front of it. It always wins. Sorry, this has been a real downer. So another guy goes to the psychiatrist and he says, and he says, "Headlights take you straight to hell. Hell to headlights, headlights, headlights. No. That was a fit. A tic fit. Your body gets stuck and the tic just replays in a loop. It's like you're trapped outside your own body watching yourself or something, but you cannot stop. So, my daughter, she's wonderful, just wonderful, really. You know, she was the one who told me that it was okay to laugh about my oogly booglies. That's what she named them. And I just thought that was so cute, you know? You see, being a parent is everything to me. because it means I could be normal. I had someone who needed me, who loved me, and wouldn't leave me. And you see, I'd been doing so well. I hadn't had a fit in months, probably. She had been with me for the weekend. I didn't usually drive her, but I was doing so well. I mean, I'd been driving again for months, you see, and it wasn't far. It was last winter, and the weather was awful, and I was nervous, but I knew that it would be okay. I knew that it would be all right. We were about halfway there when I felt it coming. Like a sneeze that's coming, like I think, or like an itch that you have to scratch or you'll go crazy. So I pulled onto the side like I know to do, and my daughter, she knew too. She said, "The oogly booglies are coming. I love you." and you see, I had a fit, a really, really bad fit, and she was watching me. My daughter was, and I could see in her eyes how scared she was. Me squealing, me screaming, and feeling my body around like that. But I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop. And so she said that she was gonna go get help, that we needed help. And I was trying to shake my head as best as I could, but I watched like I was paralyzed. And I watched her hand open the door handle, and I watched her to get out, and I couldn't move. I would have stopped her. I would have. You know that I would have, but the car couldn't see her in the dark and the snow. Headlights! Headlights! No. And my fit ended, and she was just lying there, so still. So I held her, just like I did every night, because I would make everything okay. Everything would be just fine. But everything was not fine. They had to pull me away from her. I would not let her go. I had to tell her that I loved her, that she was my little girl, that I would love her forever. Did she know that? You don't ever stop being a parent. Not ever. But sometimes I think you get a do-over. You get a chance to make a wrong right. You know what I mean? They tell me that I'm going to get to see my daughter. She's coming back. And I am going to be perfect this time. I am going to do it all right this time. Thank you.